You don't build a freedom empire by limping into Christmas, half burned out, half on your laptop, and half present to your family. If your version of time off is scrolling on the couch while mentally checking your stats, your sales, and your Slack, this episode is your intervention. Today, I'm going to help you actually clock out for the holidays without abandoning your business. We're going to walk through a simple clock out CEO checklist so you can put your business to bed for a few weeks, reset your nervous system, and still have 2026 set up to win. Hello and welcome to episode number 334 of the Launch Lounge podcast. I am your host, Salome Shalak, and around here we are building freedom empires, businesses that are profitable, sustainable, and feel really freaking good to run. This is the final episode in our 12, 15, 18 part series designed to set you up for your most profitable and joyful 2026 yet. So if you've loved this series, make sure you go back and binge some of the other episodes and make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming up in the new year. Today we're closing out the year with something a little different. Not another strategy, not another funnel, but the one thing most ambitious CEOs skip: a real break. This episode is for you if you're the one who promises, "I'll take time off," but still checks emails before gifts are opened. If you say, "I'll rest," but end up planning launches in your head all holiday. If you tell your family you're there, but your brain is still in your business. We're going to talk about why rest is not a luxury. It's a strategy, especially if you want 2026 to be your year of profit, joy, and sustainability. Then I'll walk you through a simple, audio-friendly clock out CEO checklist that you can do in your head while you're outside walking or on the treadmill in the gym. And you can come back to the episode later with a notebook if you want. And at the end of this episode, I'll be sharing with you what's changing with the show in 2026, including when we're back from our holiday break and how we're upgrading things for you with weekly episodes and weekly YouTube content. All right, let's start with why rest is a strategy, not something you earn once you've done enough. Here's the lie most of us picked up somewhere: when I hit X revenue, then I'll rest. Or once this launch is over, then I'll take a real break. And then, of course, there's always another launch, another promo, another just one more thing to tick off. But if you want a profitable 2026, a joyful 2026, and a sustainable 2026, you can't keep treating your brain and body like disposable tools you burn through just for revenue. Profit, joy, and sustainability all depend on one thing: your capacity, your ability to think clearly, to make good decisions, to be creative, to lead your team, to serve your students. And your capacity does not come from more hustle. It comes from recovery. For me, that penny really dropped after one particular December a few years ago. I told myself I was taking a break, but here's what that looked like. Laptop, just in case, at every family thing. Sneaking in to quickly check ads and emails, constantly thinking about January's launch, and I came back in January technically rested, but emotionally I was done. My fuse was short, my creativity was flat. Everything felt heavier than it needed to. Contrast that with the first year I decided to properly clock out. I told my team exactly when I'd be offline. I set expectations with clients. I had simple systems running in the background, and I promised myself, if something breaks, it can wait. My brain comes first. Did the revenue stop? No. Did the will it end? Also no. But I came back in January with ideas, with energy, with excitement. And the things I created from that place were more profitable and more joyful than anything I squeezed out in burnout. That's what I want for you this year. Rest is not you abandoning your freedom empire. Rest is how you protect it. But let's talk about fake rest first. Fake rest looks like scrolling on Instagram on the couch, while your brain quietly audits your funnel. Fake rest is saying you're off, but answering every email within minutes. Fake rest is sitting at Christmas lunch, physically present, but mentally thinking about your welcome sequence. Fake rest fools your body, but it never lets your nervous system power down. You don't build a freedom empire by learning how to tolerate just a little bit more stress. You build it by learning how to fully be on and then fully be off. So if you're listening to this on a walk, I want you to just notice, where have you been doing fake rest this year? Is it evenings on the couch? Is it weekends? Is it holidays where you still bring your laptop? Just gently clock that. Not with shame, but with curiosity. Because in a minute, we're going to put simple things in place so that this holiday can feel different. All right, let's get practical. This is your Clock Out CEO checklist to help you put your business to bed for a few weeks. If you're out on a walk right now, you don't need to take notes. Just mentally run this through with me. You can come back later with a notebook if you want. We're going to look at 3 areas: money, marketing, and operations and boundaries. So let's start with money. I want you to picture your business like a house. When you go away, you don't turn off the fridge. You leave the essentials running. For your business, that means asking, are my payment plans, my subscriptions, or my evergreen funnels still running smoothly? Just mentally check, is there anything that could fail while I'm not looking? Are there invoices or contractor payments I want to wrap up before I sign off? My team, freelancers, tools, platforms. Your action here is simple. Decide on a money check-in plan. Maybe you choose one day during the break where you log in for 15 minutes to confirm payments are going through and nothing is on fire. That's it. Not every day, not every hour. One tiny intentional check. So you're not constantly kinda in your Stripe account in your head. If you want 2026 to be your most profitable and joyful year in business, listen up. I've opened up a handful of spots for one-on-one mentoring with me, where we'll use my deep scaling framework to figure out exactly why your customers aren't buying like they used to, stop your ad costs from eating your profit, get AI working for you instead of burying you in more content and to-dos, and clean up your funnels and data so you always know what's working and what to do next. This is for you if you're already selling your course, but you're stuck in that revenue roller coaster, working harder and harder without seeing it in your bank account. Inside Mentoring, it's you, me, and my AI system built from over 7 years of knowledge in launching and scaling courses with ads. We're going deep on your offers, your messaging, your funnels, and your numbers so you can scale wider by going deeper, not by burning yourself out with more. You also get instant access to our brand new course, Scale with Ads, valued at $5,000. If you want my brain in your business in 2026, head to thelaunchlounge.com/mentor me. That's mentor me. thelaunchlounge.com/mentor me. Or just click the link in the show notes and fill out the short application. I keep this super high touch, so spots are very limited. All right, let's get back to the episode. Next up, marketing. Here's your permission slip. You're allowed to go quiet for a few weeks. Your business will not crumble because you didn't post a reel on December the 27th. But if it makes you feel calmer, here's what minimum viable might look like. One simple, we're on a break, email, letting your list know you're taking time to rest, when you'll be back, and maybe linking to a favorite podcast episode they can binge while you're away. A short autoresponder in your main inbox that says, "Hey, thanks for your email. Our team is on break until specific date. We'll get back to you as soon as we can after that." If you want to schedule a couple of social posts, do it. If that feels heavy, don't. Minimum viable means, what is the least I can do that makes me feel calm without overcomplicating this? You are allowed to choose simple. Finally, operations and boundaries. This is where most of the fake rest sneaks in because nobody knows the rules. So ask yourself 3 quick questions. First, have I clearly told my team and my clients when I'm off and when I'll be back? Just simple dates. I'm out from this date to this date. I'll be back in the office on this date. Second, do they know how to get support while you're gone? Maybe that's your VA. Maybe that's a help desk email. Maybe it's we'll reply when we're back. Whatever it is, make it explicit. Third, what are my personal rules for the break? This one's big. I want you to set 2 simple lists in your mind. During this break, for example, I will check my inbox once a week for 15 minutes. I will only reply to genuine emergencies. And then during this break, I won't open my ads manager. I won't start planning launches in my project tool. I won't say yes to new projects. You can even say it out loud with me. During this break, my job is to rest, to be present, and to refill my CEO tank for 2026. That's your clock out CEO checklist. Money, marketing, operations, and boundaries. Simple, doable, and enough to give you a break. Now that we've handled the doing, let's talk about the being. Because your freedom empire is not just about your revenue goals. It's about how your business feels to live in. I want to give you a tiny reflection ritual you can take with you into the holidays. You can do this with a journal or in your notes app or just in your head while you're lying on the beach or sitting under a tree. I'm going to read out a few prompts. If you're on a walk, just let one of them land for you. Prompt number 1. What am I most proud of from 2025? Not what looked most impressive on Instagram. What you are genuinely proud of. Maybe it was a boundary you held, a launch you did when you were scared, a client you served really well. Let that pride actually land in your body. Prompt number 2. What am I done tolerating in my business? What are you just over? Chaos? Last minute everything? Underpriced offers? Clients who drain you? Write it down. Name it. You don't have to fix it all today. Just decide you're done tolerating it. And prompt number 3. What do I want my business to feel like this time next year? Not just what do I want to earn, but how you want your week to feel. Do you want more white space, more creative time, more time with your kids, more simplicity in your offers? Let yourself get really honest here, because your freedom empire is not just a number in your Stripe account. It's the lived experience of your everyday life. If you only do those 3 prompts at some point over the holidays, you'll walk into January with more clarity than most people have all year. All right, let's talk about what is coming up next for us here on the Launch Lounge podcast. First up, we're going to practice what we preach. The podcast will be taking a short break over Christmas and New Year. We are officially clocking out, CEO style. We'll be back on January the 6th with brand new episodes to make 2026 your most profitable and joyful year yet. And I'm really excited about this. From January 6th, the Launch Lounge podcast is moving to a weekly show. We're shifting from 2 episodes a week to just 1. So we can focus on quality over quantity and go even deeper with you in every single episode. And that second episode each week, we're not just cutting it, we're transforming it into a weekly YouTube video. So you can learn from us in both audio and video format. If you love to watch breakdowns, funnel teardowns, ad audits, and behind the scenes strategy, you're going to love what we're building there. In early 2026, you can expect episodes and videos on things like scaling in a way that doesn't destroy your profit, evergreen funnels that actually convert cold traffic, deep dive case studies from real course creators, and how to bring AI into your funnels so you can work smarter, not harder. I am building 2026 with you in mind. And just before we wrap up this final episode of the year, I want to give you one tiny action to anchor this in. When this episode ends, I want you to write one sentence about who you're becoming as a CEO in 2026. Just one sentence. Something like, in 2026, I'm the CEO who protects her energy as fiercely as her revenue. Or in 2026, I'm the CEO whose business supports her life, not the other way around. Or in 2026, I'm the CEO with a joyful, profitable freedom empire. Write it in your notes app, stick it on a post-it, pop it on your bathroom mirror, put it somewhere you'll see it in January, and let that sentence be your quiet, solid promise to yourself. And as we close out this year together, I want you to hear this. Your business is allowed to support your life. It is not meant to consume it. You're allowed to rest even if everything isn't finished. You're allowed to enjoy your family without earning it through exhaustion. You're allowed to build a freedom empire that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. Thank you for letting me be in your ears this year. Thank you for trusting me with your dreams, with your launches, and with helping you build your freedom empire. We're going to take a short break and we are going to be back on January the 6th with brand new upgraded episodes, one powerful podcast every week, and YouTube content for you in between to help you build a business that is more profitable, more joyful, and more you. Until then, close the laptop, set the boundaries, do your clock out CEO checklist, and go live your most beautiful life. I'm cheering you on. I cannot wait to build your 2026 freedom empire with you. I'll see you on January 6th. Before you hit play on the next podcast, I want you to think about something. If nothing changed in your business, would 2026 look any different from 2025? If your answer is, not really, then my mentoring program might be exactly what you need. In my one-on-one mentoring, we spend a few months together diagnosing why your growth has stalled or feels so hard tightening up your offers so they feel irresistible again, fixing your funnels and launch mechanisms so they actually protect your profit, and using AI in a smart, strategic way so you can work less while your marketing works harder. This isn't another course you have to get through. It's you and me, side by side, looking at your real numbers, your real audience, your real offers, and building a plan to make 2026 your most profitable and joyful year yet. Your real Freedom Empire year. You also get access to our brand new course, Scale with Ads, valued at $5,000. If you're an established course creator who's ready for that kind of support, go to thelaunchlounge.com/mentorme. That's mentor me. thelaunchlounge.com/mentorme and fill out the quick application. Tell me about your business, your goals for 2026, and I'll personally review it and let you know if it's a good fit. Again, that's thelaunchlounge.com/mentorme, or just tap the link in the show notes. I cannot wait to see what we create together in 2026.